Humanity's collective future is forged by individuals of all origins, nations, beliefs, and genders, working together in unison towards a common purpose to address the great questions, aspirations, and challenges of the world. It is the right of all people and nations, in consequence, to be provided with the means to address their collective and individual concerns. Education must, accordingly, overcome secretarial segregations in its initiatives that inhibit the development and emergence of complex, holistic solutions and embrace all forms and sources of knowledge. These spoken words are found in the Article 4 of the Universal Declaration for Balanced and Inclusive Education, the genesis document for what we know now as the Organization of Southern Cooperation. And true to its founding principle, the OSC has been moving fast in implementing ideas it considers to bridge the gap between nations in acquiring and sharing knowledge. First to be announced was GRACES. The Greater South Information System is a platform designed in-house by the OSC to democratize knowledge in the South, creating a platform where learning and research institutions can share their papers and learn from each other.
On developing new ways of collaboration, new ways of cooperation in Africa. A couple of years ago, we started the African Centers of Excellence. Those kinds of initiatives are critically important. In my 54 years young institute, we are collaborating with 22 different African countries on tuberculosis research. We need to extend what we have to the others, learn from others in a special way of collaboration and cooperation that will take us to the future. To do that in an effective way, GRACES is the key. The resources we have in GRACES would leapfrog us to the next level.
Creating a collaboration between its member states and the Global South in general is seen as pivotal by the OSC in a bid to preserve and develop endogenous knowledge that can change the ways of life of the populations at large.
It remains true that for many of our countries, many of our universities, many of our students, many of our research centers, access to the latest in transdisciplinary knowledge remains out of reach, whether because of the cost associated with access to the peer-reviewed journals, or what I call often the geographic condemnation, where certain publications care little of certain regions of the world. And therefore the issue of access must be addressed if we are to reinforce our research capacities.
To ensure seamless transfer of knowledge, the organization has also implemented artificial intelligence that is able to translate between English, French, Spanish, and Arabic simultaneously.
And I believe that the journey we have just embarked will play a major role in creating just, equitable, and prosperous social transformation in the Global South, with the principle of collaboration, inclusivity, and innovation always at play. Ladies and gentlemen, the Global South needs a solid knowledge base to navigate its way to sustainable and inclusive development. From ancient civilizations to modern societies, knowledge has been a driving force behind all progresses, innovations, and power dynamics in the humanities. Moreover, it's becoming increasingly clear that access to knowledge is not just a matter of intellectual enrichment, but rather a fundamental prerequisite for sustainable development and inclusive growth.
Another product which the OSC launched in accordance with those principles is the Greater South Learning Enrichment Resource Nexus, a digital platform the organization expressed as open source, free of charge, and customizable digital tool. GRACELearn will be used to facilitate the production of interactive, engaging, and contextualized learning resources. With this product's launch, the Addis Ababa-based organization aims to bridge the techno-digital gap between the Global South and the Global North. Continuing on successive product launches, the OSC also inked a Memorandum of Understanding with Ethiopia's Ministry of Innovation and Technology to develop tailored capacity building programs and creating opportunities for use that also include scholarships. Another deal was also signed with the Republic of the Gambia to establish a regional transdisciplinary research institute in the West African nation's capital, Banjul.